How did we load games on the Commodore 64 back then? Imagine sitting in front of your old computer, eager to play your favorite game, but first, you had to go through a little ritual. Loading games on the Commodore 64 was almost like a mini event. It was part of the experience, full of sounds and anticipation. Most people used either a cassette tape deck called the Datasette or a floppy disk drive, usually the 1541 model. The Datasette was more common and cheaper, perfect for home use. To load a game from a cassette, you'd first insert the tape into the Datasette, rewind it to the start, and then type the command load. After that, you'd press the play button on the tape deck. The computer would start reading the tape, and you'd see colorful borders flash across the screen along with those distinctive electronic chirps and squeals. It could take several minutes, especially if the tape was old or the volume wasn't just right. You'd watch the counter on the tape deck, hoping you'd hit the right spot, and listen for the change in sound that told you the game was loading. It was almost like waiting for a surprise. Once the game was loaded, you'd type run and press return. If everything went smoothly, the game would start right away. But sometimes you'd get an error message, and then you'd have to rewind, adjust the volume, or try again. That part was frustrating but also part of the fun. Disk users had it a little easier. They'd insert the floppy disk into the drive, then type load **** and press return. The number 8 told the computer to use the disk drive, and the *1 meant load and run. Loading from a disk was much faster, often just a minute or two, and more reliable. Still, sometimes the disk drive would make loud mechanical noises, and you'd worry about damaging the disk or the drive itself. Some games had special loaders that played music or showed splash screens while loading, making the wait feel like part of the game. These were more common on discs, but a few tape games had them too. Loading games on the Commodore 64 was more than just a technical step. It was a shared moment, full of sounds, patience, and excitement. Waiting for the game to load built a connection to the machine and made playing it even more rewarding. Today, everything loads instantly, but back then, that wait was part of the adventure. It made turning on the computer and finally starting the game feel like a real achievement.